The album talks about three things. The album talks about being hurt, giving hurt, and being scared to love again. I don't care if you admit it to yourself or not. Every guy wants to have that one person he could trust.
Amen.
And he can feel vulnerable with. Just like every girl wants that one man she could submit to and feel safe around.
Right.
Relationships, honestly, are a job. They're a job.
That's an
Your
understatement.
job is to make sure that they're investing into themselves to become a better person. Just the same way as they're investing into you. Most of the stuff I have out is me rapping. This entire album, besides two of the songs, I'm singing.
Okay.
And I'm interested to see how people feel about my voice.
All she ever says, come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. Yeah. You don't ever come to me. Yeah. All she ever says, come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? It's GMRV with another video. It's been a while, I know, but I'm about to get back into it. Today we have, what's your artist name?
Kelvin Eugene.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
So it's been a while, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute, for real.
Yeah, bro. I've been trying to get back on this grind stuff, school, work. I got TV shows I'm developing, music, all of that.
Word. Okay. So I hear that you're in the process of, or are you finished with your album? Or
My first album is completely finished.
when is it gonna drop?
It drops November 17th on all platforms, everywhere.
Okay. How you feel about that?
Man, I'm excited for real. Like, I never thought I would have came this far in my music. Lyrically, I matured. Voice-wise, I matured. I'm excited.
Bro, I'm excited for you. Like, to see all of my peers, my friends come up like that and actually begin to make serious projects,
Bro.
it's like, it's a blessing. It's a miracle. And like I'm making my own stuff now that I haven't finished, but you're not the only one that's out here making stuff, bro. And I'm really proud of y'all, if I'm being honest. So I guess we can start the questions. What inspired you for this album, ultimately?
What inspired me for this album is everybody knows that, one, when it comes to music, a lot of people in our generation, they are focused more on the fame part than the message.
Right.
They're focused more on the fame and the message. And two, there's not a lot of quality music anymore. Everybody's talking about drugs, violence, sex, et cetera, et cetera. So I decided I wanted to do quality music. But not only quality music, R&B is one of the greatest genres in my opinion. I love R&B, but you don't hear a lot of R&B no more. So I said, let me do an album full of R&B.
Right. Okay. So, and it's really kind of sad that the music is like that nowadays, because if you think about it, there is no quality in music anymore.
Yeah.
And it saddens me, because you already know anything I make, it has some type of meaning or
some type of meaning, some type of story behind it.
And I think what makes me sad for real is, like, especially when it comes to like female artists, they're over sexualized.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because of like the way society is, they've made it so that is the standard, that is the normal. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
like, even if they wanted to put some real content in music, they wouldn't be able to.
They wouldn't be able to, because everybody says, oh, the girls, they're going to talk about twerking
Exactly.
or this, that, and the third, taking people's money, taking girls' boyfriends.
Exactly.
Boys talk about girls, violence, parties. It's not, I feel you.
But whole time, if you think about it though, it's not even their fault. Like, that's what society normalizes.
Music is a big influential part in the world.
Right.
Just like social media, I feel like music, it does impact us, the way we think, the way we see ourselves. So that's another reason I did this album, because one of the things that we go through in the society for men is men can't have feelings, or men can express their feelings without us being called soft.
Especially not
Or without
music.
us being called soft, without us being called simps or whatever.
Exactly.
So I wanted to make an album saying that it's okay to express your feelings. Actually, it takes a real man to express his feelings, to admit that he has feelings.
Right.
Because we're human. We're human just like the females are. We're human just like everybody else.
That's
so
right.
to deny those would be deny our very existence.
Exactly. And you'd be surprised how many people how many people are afraid to even try to cross that boundary and to try to step into the like I'm gonna actually talk my shit and speak my mind,
right.
as opposed to just talking about. I said I won't go crazy. Females and money, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Who inspired you for this album?
What inspired me for this album? I would have to say Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight is one of my biggest influential music artists. But what really inspired me, honestly, is my past relationships. We live in a world where we live in a generation where this generation is defined by trauma. We're defined by trauma.
Facts.
Healthy relationships, they don't always exist, and toxic relationships are worshipped and normalized. So a lot of people are scared to fall in love. They're scared to even try love.
Right.
However, you can't grow with yourself without loving somebody else. So I said, let me make an album basically talking about how love can change a person. Love is a reason why there's so much trauma in the world.
Right.
And if it's not because of the love, it's because of the trauma that we don't know how to love.
Wait, you said to love your trauma?
No. If we have trauma, that's one. One, you have to learn how to accept your trauma and learn how to work with it.
All right.
But one reason that we have trauma is because of love that isn't love, it's damage.
Okay.
And another reason that we don't have love is because of the trauma that we bring from parents, brotherhood, sisterhood, friendships, and other stuff that we go through in life.
Can you even really call it brotherhood or sisterhood if it weren't real? That stuff is fake, bro. Like, well, not all of it. Like, there are some genuine relationships, but whether it be, like I said, or like you said, brotherhood, sisterhood, or otherwise. But it's kind of hard to find it nowadays. So if you're being honest, like, to be honest with you, I don't even know why it's like that. Like, it's just kind of hard to maintain trust and loyalty within people in general, not even like within a group.
Right.
Like, I was just talking to one of my boys a little while back. Like, why is everybody so like why does everybody clash so much on certain things?
Because a lot of people, one, when it comes to friendship, I believe that when it comes to friendship, people don't know how to hold each other accountable. Hold each other accountable. They don't know how to take constructive criticism. And everybody's out to gain something that's not true.
Right.
If it's not out to gain something that's not true, you're envying another person for what they got, for who they are. So you're trying to stop those people's success, trying to stop those people's happiness to make yourself feel better.
And that's sick. That is toxic. That is the definition of toxic.
Like I said, when it comes to love, people throw the word love around in such a bad manner, such a false way. Everybody's saying, I love you, I have love for you, without true intentions, without really knowing what love means. There's a difference between having love for somebody, having love because of who someone is, and what you have.
Exactly.
Or being in love with someone.
And actually having a bond with
them. So everybody, like I said, it goes back to that trauma. It's a never-ending pattern.
Yeah, bro, you just hit it on the head. Like, and to be honest with you, if you think about it, there are so many people that they don't even have to be fake. Like, they don't even have to be one of the people that are actually out to get anybody else. It's just that people, especially, like, not even to get on race or anything, but like black people, some of us, but not all of us, we have never really had a strong foundation to actually know what that shit is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of people are out here looking to social media for answers, or some of them, like me, like I'm trying to build my own definition of
what love truly is.
You feel me? Like,
you're right, because one, when it comes to black people, now for everybody who follow me, y'all know I'm about beating the statistics, saying that black men, we're not good fathers, we're not good husbands. We're going to end up in jail before a certain age or end up dead before a certain age. So it goes back to that black people really don't know what love is. We have narcissistic parents. We have fathers who aren't there. We have damaged relationships from past relationships.
Exactly.
We don't know how to truly love ourselves because of social media saying that we have to look a certain way, we have to have a certain thing to be committed in a relationship, to be accepted into another person's life. So we really don't know what love is. So we have to build a foundation of what it is for us, what it truly means. We have to, first of all, if you don't know what love, I always say in one of my songs, one of my upcoming songs. I said, don't tell me you know what love is. Don't tell me you love me if you never experienced it yourself.
Exactly.
Because there's a saying that saying someone might know how to love you, but they might not know how to show it. But how can you love somebody if you don't know how to show it? Because if you never been given love or you never experienced it, what are you doing? You're just going to give toxic and damage and hurt. That's all it is.
Literally. Man.
That's
And
all it is.
it, like we can go on about that for days. I ain't gonna go too far on that because look, I could write a book about that shit. But do you have any features on your album?
I have 2 features on my album.
Okay.
My first song, the first song on the album. There's 9 songs on the album.
Mm-hmm.
The first song, my friend Derrick is on the album.
Mm-hmm.
You know Derrick.
Derrick, what's his artist name?
Derrick Taylor. He's not really an actual artist.
Okay.
But he goes by Fuckboy Major. And the other one is Brandon Reeves.
Okay.
Who goes by Little Rose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have Little Rose up there. He's a YouTuber and a music person. So I have, the first song is called Let You Down with Brandon and Derrick up there. The album talks about 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
The album talks about being hurt, giving hurt, and being scared to love again. The first song kind of goes through all 3. The first song, you have Derrick talk about how he doesn't know how to love. He doesn't know how to do this. So he's hurting her back to back. Brandon's part is probably just saying like, I want to love you, but you hurting me bad. Like I can't love you, so now I don't even care how I feel.
Right.
And my part is, your damage has nothing to do with me. I'm trying my best to hurt you. I'm not those other guys.
But man.
That's another thing. That's another thing about the album. The other thing that we're always told is that we're the reason for a lot of relationships to end. And then I saw a video yesterday with Tyrese, and he said, I'm not the reason for your mental damage.
Right.
I have nothing to do with those past relationships.
Exactly.
You brought your insecurities, your heartbreak, your mental damage all into this.
And we can do the same thing sometimes, but it's just
We
like
can do the same thing sometimes too.
Sometimes they don't see how much we work towards trying to fix
them, and then at the same time we're trying to fix them while hurting ourselves.
Bro,
we either hurting ourselves, that's that, or it's just a lot. I can, like you said, we can go into this for days. The second song is called How Could You.
Okay.
How Could You feature Ferrarii. Her actual name is Ariyon Robinson. And this was actually, she's not an artist either.
Okay.
She has a song out called Toxic Freestyle, so I should go check her out.
Okay.
But this was the feature she has on my song was actually the first time ever on the mic, and she did such an amazing job, such a beautiful flow. How Could You is basically how talking about, I am trying my best to love you. I gave you all that I had. Mm-hmm. I gave you all of myself.
Right.
But still, you made me feel like I was loved. You made me feel accepted. You made me feel like I was wanted. And still, you turned around and did me mad dirty. So how could I continue to love you? How could I continue to forgive you and forgive you and forgive you while I'm trying to love you? Because I'm not doing anything but hurting myself now. That's the only 2 features I have on the song.
I need this album at this point because, like, I'm trying to stay on topic with the podcast, and my own situations.
The one thing I love about the song is because, like I said, most of the stuff I have out is me rapping. This entire album, besides 2 of the songs, I'm singing.
Okay.
And I'm interested to see how people feel about my voice because, like I said, I've never been confident in my voice.
Okay, but first of all, this is some advice that I always give any artist that's trying to sing or vocalize, whatever they want to call it. Like, you have to realize not everybody's gonna fuck with your voice.
Yeah, and like, I realized that last week when everybody was asking me why don't I listen to like Rod Wave or like Kodak Black, whatever.
Right.
And I was like, they have lyrical excellence. Their lyrics are fine. It's their voice that I can't get on with. And I realized not everybody's gonna like my voice.
Literally.
But I said, as long as I have a message in my music, as long as my lyrics are good, I should be straight. Because this is how I said, put 100 people in a room.
Right.
100 people gonna listen to my music. 50 of them, they're gonna love my music. The rest of them, not so much. But you put another 100 in there, it's gonna be the same thing. So I said, it's all about how you look at it.
You can look at the good or the bad.
Like I said, I've always been scared with my voice. But the more I practiced, the more I sung, the more I got more comfortable with it. I was like, okay, let me do this. Let me actually put my music out there.
Right.
And then I didn't try to use a lot of auto-tune. Like I used enough auto-tune just so y'all can know that there's some up there, but you can still hear my actual voice.
Bro, I can honestly say, like, when like my recording process, I'll make sure that it sounds as natural as possible because I feel like unless you T-Pain,
Yeah,
auto-tune should be used as like a tool. It should be used as a
I was about
tool.
to say, there's like only one song probably up there that doesn't have my actual voice. Like, I felt like that version sound amazing with how I did the reverb and everything.
Right.
But everything else, like I said, I try to use my natural voice as much as possible.
No, but okay, don't get me wrong though. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, some people can finesse auto-tune and that shit sound wild. Like, I've heard some tracks that just sounded amazing with
I was saying,
auto-tune.
unless you T-Pain, yeah, you always gonna get away with it.
Oh yeah. Yay. Yeah, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm excited for it, like, cause you really hit on some serious topics that I'm sure not even myself. Like, I'm not the only one.
Like I said, it mentions the three things: being hurt, being scared to love again, and feeling the hurt. And the reason I did this album, like I said, a lot of people, they bash their exes and all of that. I've never been the one. Of course, I have exes that I can't stand.
Right.
Of course, I have those exes that I would miss. But like I said, it's always about when you go through love. I have a saying that's saying love can be an amazing thing. Love can be an amazing thing. It could be one of the most wonderful things. But on the downside, it could be like a bullet to the brain.
Amen.
And a dagger to the heart. However, how you handle that when you are in it and when you're not, it's what defines you. It helps you grow. It helps your next relationships. One of the things I never try to do is bring my pain into my next relationship.
Right.
I'm not perfect at it. But I would never try to be bitter, try to be cold. Because a lot of people, like say, once they get hurt, they don't believe in love no more. They don't believe in love. They don't try to go to love. They just want to have sex and have sex. But no matter what, I don't care if you admit it to yourself or not. Every guy wants to have that one person he could trust.
Amen.
And he could feel vulnerable with. Just like every girl wants that one man she could submit to and feel safe around.
Right.
No matter if you admit it to yourself or not. Whether you just have a sex or not, no matter what it is, everybody wants that one person they could just fold into.
Bro, and not only that, but people don't realize that, of course, every relationship isn't going to work, right? Like, it's going to be that one, somewhere down the line.
Somewhere down the line, you're going to get hurt.
But, it depends on what you're going to do with that hurt, bro. Like, there are lessons.
Right. There's a saying, there's a phrase, I can't remember who said the phrase, but it says, everybody is bound to hurt you at some point in time. Whether they mean to or not, somebody's going to hurt you. What you do with it is what you do with it. You have to find out one person who's worth hurting for. That's that. Like you said, not all relationships are going to work, but it's your job. Like me, I pray in all my relationships. I pray, let this be the one.
Right.
If it's not the one, show me and keep my heart safe.
Show me a sign and keep it pushing.
Show me a sign. What you're supposed to do, no matter what, no matter if you've been hurt or not, no matter if they're being funny or not, you have to go in like, this is the one. You have to go with the best mindset, with the best intentions. This is the one I'm about to marry.
Because if you act like it's not going to work,
because if you act like
it's going to fail.
It's not going to work. And what if it is the one?
And that's another thing, bro. I feel like some people date for fun, not date.
Yeah, I date for marriage. But like I said, I give you husband energy. Just because you don't give me wife energy back, I'm going to love you to my fullest. Because how can I ever find the one not loving to my fullest if I'm scared to love?
Right.
Now, of course, everybody's scared to love after they get hurt. But how am I going to ever find the one? How am I ever going to heal your heart? How am I ever going to show you that I was a real thing if I don't love you to the best of my abilities?
Exactly. And then you hit on like the whole healing process. People say that you're supposed to heal before you get in a relationship, which is partially true. But what they don't realize is scars are a real thing, you know?
Scars take time to fade.
Exactly.
Scars take time to fade.
Sometimes
like
you need help to get rid of those.
Once that scab removes, you still have a mark. That's that. But Charlie once said, being in love is good for your health.
Right.
You cannot find love unless you give love a chance. That's that. You have to heal yourself, but at the same exact time,
you have to be willing to do it again.
You have to give people the chance to love you.
Exactly.
You have to be able to say, okay, I'm scared as hell. But you have to go in and say, I'm going to give this a chance. If you don't give it a chance, you're never going to actually find nothing.
Right. That's a fact.
You're never going to find nothing. So you have to go in. You have to heal healing takes time. Now, I know a lot of people, like I said, the people who worship toxic relationships, the people who are scared of love, they think sex is going to heal you, drugs will heal you. Nothing's going to heal you except one, yourself, and two, giving your chance to actually find it again. But you have to realize, like I said, it takes process. Where did I mess up at? And where could I do better? Because everybody says, when you break up, it's automatically their fault. It's their fault. You cheated on me. First of all, let's get this straight. You don't have to cheat to be hurt, to neglect your partner. You can not show enough love, lack of communication. You don't have to automatically cheat. That's one. And two, like I said, it's not always you. Sometimes it's what you did too. Unless you admit that to yourself and learn from your mistakes, learn from what you accepted and learn from what you did, it's a lost cause. It's a lost cause. And that's what You Broke Love is about.
Right.
You Broke Love, the songs up there, I have not songs. We have Let You Down, How Could You, Love Is Pain, Baby I'm Sorry, Not Fair to You, Another Lonely Night, What Am I Supposed to Do, Who Am I, and what's the other one? So, From the Window.
It sounds like some R. Kelly shit. Before
No, well, From the Window? No, From the Window. From the Window. Okay, so Not Fair to You, but basically it's talking about how I'm not cheating on you or anything. I'm not cheating on you. But because I have so many walls up, I'm still hurting you.
Right.
And because you're trying your best, that's not fair to you. So I have to leave before I damage you, be like I'm damaged. Because you're such a lovely person. That would not be fair to ruin you for the next person or to ruin you for yourself.
Right.
Another Lonely Night is basically saying how you miss this one person. Now, you can miss somebody, but if you're not getting the energy you need, missing them is just missing them. Someone once said, it's better to be by yourself for life than be in bad company for a second.
You better say that twice. Say it one more time.
It's better to be alone for the rest of your life than to be in bad company for a second.
Bro, nigga, I feel like I just said that shit. Like, I'd rather be alone than to sit here and fuck up my own sanity.
So Another Lonely Night basically saying how I miss you, but at the same time it's questioning, did you really love me? Did you even care about who I was? Now, From the Window was basically saying how you broke my heart, but now everything I want to give to you, I want to talk to you, but I'm doing it from the window. I'm loving you from the window. I'm kissing you from the window. Everything I got to do from afar. Who am I? Basically talks about who am I without love? Who am I with love? Who am I with all this damage I've been? Baby, I'm sorry. Like I said, everybody has at one point when they've been hurt so much they end up hurting somebody else, whether they mean to or not.
Right.
Love Is Pain, How Could You? We already talked about those. What am I supposed to do? Everybody has that one person where you hurt so bad when you break up with them because you would have done anything for this person. You would have loved them to your fullest. You would have died for them, killed for them. You would have done anything for them. What am I supposed to do now that you're gone? What am I supposed to do now? Because you were my life.
You're supposed to live, bro.
That's that. Like it's saying, should I live for you? Should I die for you? Should I just say forget you altogether? And Love Is Pain is basically saying how I love, but does love really love me back? Because every time I try, I get hurt. But am I loving the right things? Am I loving the right person? And that's the album.
That shit sound like it's about to slap. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, especially seeing how far you've come, bro, I'm definitely ready to hear it. Because, like, everything you spoke on, bro, I've literally been through. Not even just once, like, more. I feel like this is a life lesson, you know?
It's a life lesson. You got to go through it. Life, in my upcoming album after this, I say life is a war. Life is like a game.
Right.
But what's the war that we're playing? Because, like I said, everything that we go through, you can't go through life without learning lessons. I once heard my man's Caleb. Caleb once said, everything in life is either a lesson, a blessing, a message, or an investment.
A lesson, a blessing, a message, or an investment. Y'all hear that? That shit was...
A lesson, a message, a blessing, or an investment. How you handle love, it could be either way. My favorite Bible verse is Corinthians. Love is patient, love is kind.
Come on.
Love does not boast. So everything that y'all want through love, you have to realize.
Come on.
What is love if it's not, first of all, if it's not what God said? Because a lot of
That's
y'all,
what I was waiting for.
Y'all like toxic relationships. Y'all money this, money that. Oh, he don't have this, I can't date him. Oh, if he not doing this to me, I can't date him.
How you want somebody with the image of God, but you ain't doing the right thing yourself?
Right. That's that. Everybody wants a successful relationship, but they're not looking for successful people. And when I mean successful people, I'm not talking about where you're at in life. I'm talking about how is your soul and your heart successfully. Are you happy? Are you peaceful? Are you full of beef and strife? Are you full of war yourself? That's that. Everything in love, whether it's successful or not, is a lesson. Everybody says similarities and differences. If you have too many differences, you shouldn't be together. You're supposed to learn from differences because they help you evolve as a person and help you evolve as a partner.
Amen. Because you're not gonna get along with everybody.
You're not.
You're not the same
You're not.
person. So you obviously you're gonna have different interests, different mindsets, different thought
Right.
processes.
And everybody goes into relationships thinking that, oh, I just need to be affectionate. I need to do this. I need to do that.
Exactly.
Relationships, honestly, are a job. They're a job.
That's an
Your
understatement.
job is to make sure that they're investing into themselves to become a better person, just the same way as they're investing into you.
Talk about priorities. You're not supposed to be like, okay, don't get me wrong. Yes, the relationship is a job, but ultimately you are with that person to better yourselves together.
To better yourself.
Like you're supposed
Like
to
I
grow
said,
together.
People think that just because you put time into your partner, you're supposed to avoid yourself. When you're in a relationship, you're going to learn a lot about yourself, whether you want to or not. You're going to learn what makes you mad, what ticks you off, what makes you happy, what makes you peaceful, things you didn't know. Whether your partner teaches that to you or not, the relationship in itself will learn. You will learn. That's the learning part. The message part is, what is love? What have I missed out in my last relationships? What do I need to do better?
Right.
That's the message. The blessing, every relationship, whether it fails or ends or succeeds, is a blessing.
Amen.
Because you get to, everybody brings something different to the table. No matter who you're with, no matter how it ends, no matter how it succeeds, everybody brings something different.
And you will always learn from
And
each
you always learn
experience.
from it. You always learn from it. You always take something away. That's a blessing. The investment, no matter if you're giving money, no matter if you're giving love, as long as you invest in that, if you believe full things come back around, you're investing into yourself. You just hit all four: the investment, the message, the blessing, the lesson. But again, you can't have that unless you actually try to be in love, try to give love. You don't have to be in love, but if you don't at least give love, whether it be a friendship, relationship, whatever, then you're not even hurt. It's not even them you're hurting. It's yourself.
Amen. And on that note,
What's
the album called?
The album is called You Broke Love, releasing everywhere, November 17th.
November 17th. This has been GMRV, and
Kelvin Eugene.
we're going to come back with y'all next time with a different artist.